Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Lorraine Nicklin and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the Fraser Coast area of Queensland. I live in Maryborough and a very wet Maryborough at the moment, extremely wet Maryborough. Okay, so what have we got happening today? Today I am going to make a card from the one of the new suites that will be out in the new mini catalogue, and that is the birthday celebration suite. It has a lot in it and I will show you more about that in a moment. So our new mini catalogue comes out on the 7th on the 7th of January 2025, along with our celebration catalogue. This has some really good freebies in it. So basically what it boils down to is when you buy from the mini catalogue, you can also get freebies from the celebration. Here at Colour Me Crazy Cards, I've got a new 2025 card making calendar. And my first card making class, well, actually it's not going to be a card making class, will be on the first Saturday of January, which I believe is the 4th, and we are going to be doing a catalogue party. So that'll be great. It means that anyone that comes will be able to have a look at the new catalogues or come along with the catalogues that they've got now. If you need a catalogue, and you don't already have a demonstrator, please contact me and I will get one out to you, or I can drop one off to you. That's not a problem at all. So for 2025, I am going to be doing card making classes on the first Saturday of every month, and then I'll be doing a card buffet every second month on the third Saturday. I'll also be doing a bi-monthly card of the month club. So my card of the month club is where I cut everything out for you. I have everything there for you, and all you need to do is put it together. Great for people who are housebound, or for people who don't like to come out and join into card making classes. I will also so that will be, I'll advertise that, and then you can let me know whether or not you want to receive a card of the month club kit. So I won't do that on a rolling subscription, but we'll see how it goes, and I will work that out. So after that, we might well do it on a rolling subscription, which means that as long as you pop in by a certain date or you join the subscription, you will be guaranteed to receive your card of the month club package wherever you are. So today, as I said, we're going to do that new birthday celebration kit that will be coming out. So what I want to do now is I just want to pop down to the other camera, and if it lets me, there we go. There. Now I've made a bit of a change on my camera, so hopefully it's a little bit closer, but it still seems to be at a bit of a weird angle, but I'm sure that you can see. So there's the Colour Me Crazy Cards calendar. If you'd like a mini copy of what I'm doing, I'll put it up onto my Colour Me Crazy Facebook page, and you'll be able to, copy it, download it, whatever you do, so that you've got that there. Alrighty, I'm sure that over the next few months there will be more and more added to it. Just at the moment, I have to work as well, so I have to work around my work hours, and so it's a bit more difficult. But as soon as I don't have to do that quite as much, then I will be able to add more stuff to it. So that's that. Now, the mini catalogue, as you can see, absolutely beautiful cover. That's the back of it. Now, if you would like to receive one of those, you can email me at annelorraine@gmail.com. I will add that into the See More box, and I can get one out to you as long as you don't have another demonstrator, and also as long as you're in Australia. And we have the celebration catalogue as well. So that's not forgetting that we do still have our annual catalogue in place. So there's lots and lots and lots of stuff still, like gorgeous stuff in the annual catalogue. So we also have that as well. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to hi Elizabeth, thank you for joining me, and Suzanne, thank you for joining me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just grab, now I had everything at hand and now it's everywhere. So the card that I'm making today is from this fantastic pack here. This is the designer series paper. Look how gorgeous it is. Just look, all that beautiful gold on here. So you can see the gold in there and the lovely colors. They're very pastel-y colors, but they're beautiful. Again, this has the cakes on it. But look at the gold in there as well. Alrighty, and then of course they are all double-sided. Look at this. I love this stripe. Absolutely love the stripe. Today I'm using this one. I'm not using the back of it though. And then there is also this one, which is very similar. It's just a slightly different backing and a few more colors in there as well. There's a sheet of these you can just cut out. You can pop them straight onto the card with a little bit of stamping or whatever you want to do. Look at this beautiful one here. Some lovely little tags that you can pop something else on top of. Another one here. You can see the tag there. So many things that you can do. And of course, these also have another color on the back. I've already shown you that one. And then there is this, which is beautiful. This would make a beautiful edging, but the gold in it is gorgeous. And then on the back, I don't know if you can see that, it's like just leaves. It's very pale, very, very cute. Now, the good thing also, hang on, there's another sheet. Oh no, did I show you the back of that one? The back of that one. The blue one there. It's got the beautiful pink gingham to it. Now, the other thing that this pack has, and you'll have to excuse it because some of these have fallen out, as they do. I'm going to pop them into a box so that I can just grab them easily. But they have the pop out bits and pieces to make a very easy and quick card. And depending on how quickly we get through the first card, we may well have a little bit of a play with one of those. So I'm just going to pop all that. So there's 2 sheets of those as well. You can see they tend to fall out. So I'm going to be putting those into something safe so that I don't lose them. I'm just going to pop that out of the way for now. And we'll have a look at the card that we're going to make today. So pop that down. I don't think you need to see. Alrighty, so I've cut out a load of bits. It doesn't necessarily mean I know what I'm doing with them. So I've just cut out some bits and pieces from the die set. So in the die set, you can see we have this beautiful, what would you call it, banner or flag, whatever you want to. There's 2 small ones there. These 2 little pieces here they make, let me move that light out the way. They make like little tassels. We've got the numbers so that we can put ages on the birthday cards. We've also got some little flowers, little tiny leaves, and different bits and pieces there. I'm yet to work out what that's for, but I'm sure I will. Okay, that is the die set, and then in the stamp set, it's probably easier just to show you on the front here. We have the, like you can put the first, the second, the third, the fourth, two, and then you can have, you know, like happy cake day, or you could have just make a wish. You can make up your sayings as you go. There's also a banner across here, some petals, some leaves, so much that you can do with it. Lots of lovely wording on there. Hooray, birthday. Just so that you can make it all up for yourself and you're not restricted to one stamp. Okay, so you can make up your own stuff there. Alrighty, so what have we got here? We've got lots of bits and pieces. So I have cut a card base and I have an insert. So that's a good start. I've also cut, now I was in two minds because the colours on this sheet, which is the one that I'm using today, the predominant colours on here are Pool Party and Pretty in Pink. So I'm like, well, do I use Pool Party? Do I use Pretty in Pink? I've cut Pool Party. However, like I said, we'll see how we go, and we may get to use one of the others. Okay, I've also cut one of the little tags. I decided that would look nice in gold. And then some of these little, look, this is what I was talking about, these beautiful little tassels. And I'm sure like you can pull them apart like that. Pull them apart like that and use them, make them stick up, make them look, or you can join them together so that you've got like more than one together, which is what I think I'm going to do today. And I have actually pulled out a couple of the pre-cut dies from the other paper. So now I'm just going to pop all this together as best I can. So I don't like to put anything on the front, not to start off with, because then if I make a mess up, I don't have to do the whole lot. So I am going to pop that piece of designer series paper. I'm going to pop that onto there. Let's hope that I've got a glue here that is going to work for me, because it was funny, about 2 seconds before I came on, we had huge thunderclaps. So I have my dog sitting here beside me because she is absolutely petrified of thunder. And I'm sure my husband has the cat out there with him. Although the cat's deaf, he still seems to know when that sort of thing's happening. So we have two very upset animals at the moment. Alrighty, so that's that colour popped on there. Now originally I was going to put that straight on there, and then I thought, you know what, nothing else is going to show. So I was thinking of popping this on there like that. Now, and then putting this on. So I could sort of offset it, but I don't think so. I'm just going to pop that on there and pop that on there. So I also have a white one. So it's now a preference of, do we want the gold or do we want the white? So if either Suzanne or Elizabeth on there have a preference, let me know. So I've also cut out a little banner. So again, I went with the Pool Party. Sorry, I'm just trying to I was trying to get the thing up on full page, which for some reason I am not getting. One day I'll put this on and I will get everything that I need gold, says Suzanne. Okay, well, we'll use the gold. Alrighty. That was actually my preference, but yeah. All good. Okay. All right, so sticking this onto here. You know, we all do it. You got a piece of paper that, or a piece of card that has nothing on either side, and you put it like that. And you say, I'm going to put that on there. So you pick it up and you turn it over. That's really quite funny because it doesn't really matter which side you pop it on. So just a small amount of glue on there, and we're going to pop that into the middle. Alrighty. Now, we're going to put the gold on here, and I thought that maybe I might put that little banner across there like that, and then use, because I did the pool party and the pink and the gold, I thought if I could get all those together like that in some way and pop it just on there, and then perhaps do 3 more the other side. Excuse me. So what do you think? Do some either side? We could put some that side, and then we can put another 3, not necessarily in the same order, on that side. Make it quite celebration looking, wouldn't it? It would make it quite, so maybe not put that on quite such an angle and pop it up there. I think we might do that and see how we go. Alrighty, so to start with, I will pop this across here. Will I pop it up? Let me see. I can't decide whether to pop that up now or not, can I? I think I'll put that down straight, but I'll pop this up when I put it on there. So just using the glue again, just a small amount, because we don't need a lot on here. Otherwise it's going to poke out all over the place. So just pop a tad on each of those. It should hold it a little bit on each end. And there we go. So I'm just going to put that just across there like that. Okay. There's a little bit of smudge of glue there, but I think we can cover that. Now these are going to be a little bit more awkward, aren't they? So what I might do here is grab my cement and my trusty little piece of sponge. Now this helps greatly to just get a small amount onto these pieces here, because I don't want it to get down onto these lower parts. I just want a little bit of glue here at the top on each one. So I'm going to put them down one at a time and then put them across as needs be. So there's that one, and then we're going to do the gold one. Pop the gold across. And then we'll do the pretty and pink one. And that just stops it from getting too messy. And I'm hoping that that isn't going to be messy up there. I will find a way to sort it. Alrighty, and then down here, maybe, actually those are still moved. Maybe just move those out just a little bit. Excellent. All right. Oops, got one on the floor. Look out, dog. All right, so now we're going to do some on the other side. So I'm going to start with the pool party one. And then we're going to put the pink. And this one we're going to pop the gold in the middle. Just like that. Alrighty, so there's our little banner. I still prefer that sticking out a bit more actually. Okay, so that's going to be sticking out like that, and that's going to be our banner, which now I will pop that onto there. So the plan with that was to put one of those over there and one of those over there, which thankfully will cover up the glue that I got on there. Okay, so I am going to, I might, because these are popped up, these are sort of loose and flailing around a little bit, I may just pop that down because I was thinking if I pop too much up, it's going to be too big. So I was thinking I might pop these two up on top of there, which will give that a bit of height there. Alrighty, so maybe just lay this one flat. So now we're going to go and just put that down flat. Perhaps a little bit to the top of the colour. And then we'll get these where we will take our dimensionals and use the take your pick tool, and we'll take the dimensionals off and pop on the back. So this is where it makes it so simple with these pop out ones. You can just pop out what you need and you don't have to worry about getting the die cutter out to cut them out. So we're going to pop those two there. Let's have a look. Let's do this one up here like that, and this one up here like that. So that's what we've got so far. So we've got a nice little banner, we've got tassels, and we've got everything sitting on the front of the card like that. Now, I did stamp a happy birthday, and I'll bet now, I can't find my white cardboard, hold on a second. Okay, so I did stamp happy birthday with the, I put the happy and the large birthday and stamped that, and I did it originally in, where did that go? Why do I always miss and lose stuff when it's sitting right here in front of us? Well, just as well I'm going to do another one, hey, because I can't find that one. All right, so we can move that to one side. We can move that to one side. And I'm thinking there's quite a lot of blue there, so maybe I will stamp this in the pool party, in the pretty in pink. And I just wanted it on a bit of an angle. Now what I might do is also stamp cleaner out. So always make sure that you clean your stamps between each thing. So just wet on that side and dry on that side. And then what I'm going to do, there it is. I don't have to do another one. I was going to cut another one in Pool Party, but there it is in the Pool Party. So now we need to make a choice as to whether we're going to use the Pool Party or whether we're going to use the Pretty in Pink. Now the thing with this is these need to be fussy cut. A lot of people don't like fussy cutting. Personally, I don't mind it. I really don't mind at all. So we'll just see. I'll fussy cut that out, and it really doesn't take a lot of time at all. And then we'll decide whether we're going to cut around it first. Makes it easier. Try cutting it out on a great big sheet. You're going to get into all sorts of trouble. And your fussy cutting is just literally moving your cardboard or your paper that you've stamped on, moving it around and just getting. Now I'm going to come up here. There is a little trick with anything like this that you don't actually finish it off or try to change it where you've got a loop, because it's very difficult to get back in and not have a point, which I've just done. So I'll go back in a minute and I'll take that out. So then you just go in just around and then up around here. Now I'm going to take it down there. Sorry, I don't want to take it off the screen. And then we're just going to take it back down and around. So fussy cutting is something that doesn't come easy to me, because for many years I did 3D or decoupage, and with the 3D or decoupage you cut to the line, so you don't you don't leave the space around the edge, which like you do when it comes to fussy cutting. So now we have the two, so we can use the Pool Party or we can use the pink. So I don't know which. Let's have a look. The pink looks quite good on there, although we do have the pink banner. And I was just going to sort of pop it like that so that it just sits there like that. You see that okay? Alrighty. Or we can use the Pool Party. I think I'm going to go with the pink. I really do. Okay, so I think that probably looks a bit better on there. So I'm going to pop that up. I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals, which I know I've got here because I just used them. I might just use a tiny one, a mini one, just to go on there. I like to make sure that there's enough dimensionals on there to hold it. Now, this tool is fantastic. As you can see, it not only it'll take all the little tops off. You can pick them off of the end of the tool and pop them straight into the bin, so you don't end up with them all over the counter. That is not a guarantee, I can tell you, because I still find them everywhere. And I'm just going to pop that just off the side like that. Okay, so there's the outside of the card. I'm now going to, oops, make as much noise. I'm now going to put this onto the card base. Now I could pop that whole card base up. But I won't. I'm going to put it flat. All right, so I used to be indecisive and now I'm not sure. I'm glad you said pink, Suzanne, because that's what I used. Oh dear. All righty. I'm going to pop this down onto the card base. So the glue, the Tombow glue, gives you that little bit of time to move things around if you don't get them straight the first time. So I don't always get everything straight the first time, and I don't mind admitting it. It's not easy to always get it straight. So that's what that's why I absolutely love that glue. Like, it makes such a big difference. Now, for the inside, I thought I would. I'm going to take this stamp off of here. I'll just put them to one side. And I'm going to take out the Make-A-Wish stamp. So I'm going to pop that down there, nice and straight. And then put that on there to pick it up. And I'm going to put that right in the middle. So I think we'll stick probably with the pink for that, seeing as we've started it in pink. Now, just to start off with, I'm just going to smoosh this one off because I haven't used it. I've used the others, but I hadn't used that one. So I just want to do that. Sometimes it has some stuff left on it from manufacture, and it makes it difficult too. So I'm right in the middle here. We're going to have Make-A-Wish, and it didn't come out quite as well as I would have liked it to, but it is there. So we've got that. And then just across the top, I'm going to take the Pool Party. Make sure I got plenty on there. And I'm just going to do a banner across the top, which didn't work particularly well either. Okay. Let's do that again. Let's turn that over and start that whole thing again, because for some reason, okay, let's do and we will pop it across there like that. And then we will I'll get rid of that because otherwise I'll put my hand in it. And then we'll take the Make-A-Wish make sure it's well inked this time, and I'll pop it in the middle. That's much better. Alrighty, so that is the good thing about two sides of paper, isn't it? Like, that one really wasn't going to happen, and this one has worked. Now, before I do anything else, I'm just checking that I don't have any ink on my fingers, and I'm going to stick this now to the inside of my card. Pop that in there like that and line it up, and there we go. That's the insert and the outside of our card. It's quite pretty, isn't it? So we now need to put on some bling. Of course we need bling, and look at this. The bling is the colors. This comes with the suite. So the bling matches the papers, which is wonderful. So now to choose. So we've used the pink, we've used the pretty in pink, we've used the pool party, and we've actually used the other one here. But what do we put? What do we put on this? So I was thinking maybe, I need to put 3 on here. So I'm thinking, well, this has made it difficult, hasn't it? I think I would like to put one of the pool party in the middle of there like that. And then possibly a couple of these. One down there. And then a smaller one up there. Just don't know about that one there. Oops. Oh, look, like I said, I used to be indecisive and now I'm not sure, but hey. So that, I think that looks okay with that there. So I'll pop those away. And then, of course, we need some Winker Stella. So the Winker Stella is going to give it all a little bit of a shine. So I'm going to pop it onto these. You know, that was an idea too, wasn't it? I could have possibly put those in the middle of here, but I didn't. So I just pop that on there just to give these flowers just a bit of a shine there. I don't know what I picked up there. And again here. Okay, and then what we can do, we can also squeeze a bit of that out and we can do just a little bit of shine over the top. Open it up and do some more on the inside just to finish it off a bit. There we go. That's our Winker Stella on there. You can see it on the inside of the card and you can also see it on the outside of the card. So that's the finished card. Now, I just wanted to show you, if you have a look at the front of the new catalogue that's coming out, that card there is similar. So what I did was I looked at this one here, decided how I wanted to make it, made it my way, but got the inspiration from here. There's so many ways that you can get inspiration for doing your cards. Okay, so in the main catalogue, if you turn to page, let's put that out of the way a second. If you turn to page 22, I believe it is, you can see down the bottom here, it has card sketches. And card sketches are a brilliant way for you to get inspiration or an idea on how you would like your cards to be laid out. So, and in each book, each book that we get, there is, so the current mini catalogue, I believe, also has card sketches. So have a look. This is the current one. There we go. So this is the current mini catalogue, and you can see there's a whole page there of card sketches for both cards and for tags, because this one was pretty much the Christmas one, and it is still this is still going until the end of this month. So don't sort of like put it to one side either. So what do you think? Do you like that card? Thanks, Suzanne. It's a now, a very special person close to me today, one of my best friends, Susie, It's her birthday today, so you know what, she might end up with this card yet. We'll see. So yeah, it's her birthday. All right. So what I was thinking, what I may do is, I think I've got enough time to quickly just make a card using all the, sorry, I've moved away from the speaker. Let's have a look at making a card just with bits from here. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so just going to, you can see, look, there's bits and pieces everywhere, and that's why I would suggest that when you receive your pack with this, you take all these pieces out and pop them somewhere where you know you're not going to lose them. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is attempt to move that without losing it everywhere, and I'm going to cut a card base. So for a card base, I'm going to use basic white thick card. And I'm going to move this right over here because I'm going to put the arm out in a minute, and it's not going to go out if I'm not careful. Move those stamps. Alrighty, so the card base is 5 3/4 by 8. So do 5 3/4 by, now we take out, now this, it goes right the way to 17 inches. I'm not sure when I'd use 17 inches, but hey, you never know, do you? And this is by 8. Now, if you have problems folding your card bases and getting them, you know, nice and even, you can pop that up against the top there, and then you can fold that over. And then when both pieces are up against the top, you have a perfectly folded card. Alrighty, so I'm just going to use my bone folder, and so you can see, perfectly folded card. Now, what I also need is a piece for an insert. So I'm going to, this one is 5 1/2 by 3 3/4. So I'm going to do the 3 3/4. I'm going to do by the 5 1/2. All these little bits, these tiny little bits, keep them, pop them in a box or something. They can be used for stamping on. And I know I literally freaked out when I first saw somebody actually stamping on something, whoops, this thin. And I thought, yeah, right, that's never going to happen in my lifetime with me. And yet it does. And it's not as difficult as it looks. It does take a little, I do have to stand up for it, and it does take a little bit of time but to get used to it, but I will. Yes, Suzanne, I will wish Susie a happy birthday from you too. Yeah. All right, so we're going to pick out some bits from here. So again, this one here, we use the blue. So I think this time we're going to use the Pretty in Pink, and I'm going to cut a layer of 5 1/2 by 3 3/4 again. So let's do the 3 3/4 by the 5 1/2. So that's going to give us the top layer on the card, like that. Now, this is where it gets really interesting, because look at all this, look at all these things that we could put on this card, like so much. So we could make it a floral card. We could use a big floral thing like that. We could use a birthday cake. What else? Oh, we could just use a slice of birthday cake. A slice of birthday cake on there. And then perhaps put some flowers or something around it. It's actually got flowers there. Personally, I'm very much I quite like that. But I feel that we need something behind it. I feel like we need something behind it to sort of give it a bit of a lift. And then we're going to pop a sentiment down in here. So, and then I might even use some of these little gold leaves, which I'll pull off of there in a minute. And that went somewhere and I don't know where it went. But what do you think? Do you like that on there? And what about if we do, I want to do gold. Maybe let's use, because I've got that pink, let's use this. And I think that on top of it will give it just enough of a, right. So what I'm going to do is this layer is going to be 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. So I'm going to cut a strip 3 1/2 to start with, because you don't really want to cut any more than you have to. So I'm going to cut a strip of 3 1/2. And then I'm going to do that at 5 1/4. We'll pop that under there. And then, what do you think? I think that looks rather cute, don't you? And then I'm going to just pop this up on here. This is just showing you how you can make a really, really quick card with this pack, with this suite. And it is absolutely gorgeous. So, glue. We're going to put this straight down on here, straight down onto the pink. Oh, I nearly made a mistake then, didn't I? Caught myself. All right. So we're going to put that down on there. Now, I haven't even thought about this. So this is just whatever we think at the time. Now this I am going to pop up. I really think that needs to be popped up on there so that it stands out a bit. So let's use, and as you can see, like, this is really great because we're not having to get the die cut machine out. And we can just, oops, get off of my finger. Thank you. So we can pop these, make sure we put plenty on because it's quite a large piece. But I think it's going to look much better popped up than it is if we just lay it flat. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put one more up in here. But what I'm going to do here is, see, we've got this long bit here. Now I know it looks like that's the end of the dimensionals, but you know, these are so super good for popping in places like this. So you've still got the thing, they're still sticky, they're fantastic for that. So let's pop that just on an angle like that. What do you think? I just love the gold accents with that. Now I've left this here because I'm going to, have a look at this. I don't, I believe this ribbon came with it, the gold ribbon. Unfortunately, I think most of them, I've seen other people open this, and unfortunately it was unstuck, but might make it easier to get that off. Well, that it did. I think that'd be just too big on there, but this is just, it's a beautiful open weave, goodness me, beautiful open weave ribbon. And you can see how fine it is? It's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know that even if I was to make a bow out of it, whether it would suit this or not. Might just be too much, I don't know. Let's have a look. But it does make a very pretty ribbon, I have to say. Very cute. Very cute. And pull it in, pull that in, pull that in, and then just spread those out. How cute is that? Like it's really made a very cute ribbon, and I could, will I or won't I? Tell me, what do you think? Should we use this ribbon? This bow on there? Oh, I think we should. Maybe we should. What do you think? Give me a clue, somebody. Maybe a bit smaller? Take it in a bit. Oh, goodness me, I have wasted a bit there, but I can use that on something else. Yeah, that's what I thought too, Suzanne. Let me cut that up there and cut that. It's so fine. Like it is so fine. But it's beautiful to work with. And then I could pop, oh goodness me, the fan's on and it's blowing it everywhere. I think that will sit on there beautifully. Oh, now I'm going to have to really think about my what I'm going to put down here, aren't I? Because that is going to sit on there. That covers up that one. Well, you know what? I think because that's as flimsy as it is, it doesn't really matter what you pop underneath, does it? So we'll have a look at that in a minute. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this now. I'm going to attach it to the top of my card. Like that. And then we're going to put this there because we decided we're going to put that there. Now, what else? We had Make-A-Wish, didn't we? We had Happy Birthday and we had Make-A-Wish, but let me have a look. Make-A-Wish might fit down there. Or what else have we got? Let's have a look in the packet. And maybe we could not sure. I think that looks too big on there. I think it clutters it too much. I'm thinking Make-A-Wish might look better. So I will stamp a Make-A-Wish. And I think I'm going to stick with the pink. Although that has a different, I think that's blueberry bushel and I don't have that. So the other colour? I think it might be Old Olive. Let me have a look. Yep. Let's grab the Old Olive and we might just... There we go. And we might just stamp this one. Let me make sure that I cleaned that off. My stamp cleaner. How can you lose a stamp cleaner, Lorraine? Like how? I had it here 2 seconds ago. What did I do with it? All right, baby wipers. Okay. Now let's do this Make-A-Wish. And I've done this in Old Olive. So as before, I'm going to have to fussy cut that. And I'm just going to go around the edge. Sorry, I don't want to take... Sort of when you're trying to keep it on the camera and then you look up and you're like, oh, I'm not there. Okay, so we have Make-A-Wish. What do you think? Think that looks okay like that? And I'm going to pop that up as well, I think. And then we have our beautiful bow, which does partially cover it. However, because the bow is such a see-through bow, I think we can get away with it. So do you think just put the just the bow without the sentiment, Suzanne? You think that would work? Is that what you're saying? Give me a yes or a no, and then I can... Actually, you know what? I think that would probably work. So pop the bow on there, and then we can actually pop the Make-A-Wish on the inside. Pretty sure. Okay, let's do that, because otherwise we're going to cover it up. Yes, that's what I thought. All right, so let's put this on here with a couple of glue dots. I'm going to need more than one glue dot. I think I'm actually going to put the glue dots down on here so that I can make sure that they're down there and they're in the right place. So these glue dots are sticky as, like really sticky. Fantastic for this sort of thing. So I'm going to put those 3 glue dots down there like that. Then we've got the beautiful bow, which we're going to pop right on top. How's that? Oh, that looks rather cute, doesn't it? I do like that, I have to say. All right, so then Suzanne was saying that she thinks that possibly just put the Make-A-Wish on the inside, which I tend to agree would be... It's not very often I put a... already put Or maybe I could just do the happy birthday. And then put, what could we put? Let's have a look what we've got here. Oh my goodness me, they're everywhere. I'm thinking just this little flower group here. And popping that, put the happy birthday, and then putting the flower just underneath. Okay, so the happy birthday and the flower. What do you think? I think that looks it. It does look lovely on its own, doesn't it, Suzanne? I must admit, I agree. I'm going to use, I'm not going to use the one that I put the things on. I'm just going to pop this one down flat, and I probably would, this is just rather than waste it, I probably would normally have just stamped it. So I'm just going to pop that down there like that. The happy birthday on the inside. And I'm going to use this gorgeous little flower set here. And pop it just down here. And I think that makes rather a pretty insert, don't you? So I'm just going to glue that in now. Glue. My glue's decided it's only going to work when it feels like it. And I'm just going to pop that. Just on the inside. Get it straight. There we go. Isn't that cute? Doesn't that look lovely? And literally, virtually no effort whatsoever in that card. It was all done for me. All I did was cut the layers, took what I wanted out of, sorry, putting that in the way, out of here, and made that beautiful card. Now I do just want to pop a couple of, can't really have it without a few. Let's have a look. Let's go with, I think I'm going to do one. I'm sort of trying to keep the pink theme, although I would like to one. Oh, covering up the gold, but that's okay. Two. And how do I get a glue dot up there? All right. Maybe a tiny bit of wink of star. Just on now, not colouring in them, not colouring them in properly, just adding a touch here and there of the wink of star. Give it that little bit of a shine. Oh, so cute, these flowers. So cute. And there you go. There's our card. Finished. How gorgeous is that? Now, that took no time at all. Literally no time at all. No cutting other than the layers. It was easy to just pop the bits on to see what design we were going to look at, see what design we were going to do. The bow is just gorgeous. And the same with the inside. One little bit of stamping where we stamped the happy birthday. Excuse me. And the rest of it was all done for us. So there's our two cards today. Similar but different. Excuse my mess. Oh, I just had to have a sip of water because it's Somehow I'm getting a bit croaky in the voice. What do you think? I'm quite happy with those. And I can't believe how quick this one was and how simple. So, oh, pardon me. For anybody who's new to card making, this is just perfect. Absolutely perfect. It takes all the guesswork out. It's all there ready, cut out for you. You can put your card down. Now, I have a habit of doing this when I'm card making. If I've got no clue of what I'm going to do, I get all sorts of bits and pieces together and I sort of like throw them onto the front of a card. And then I move them around and I take bits off and put bits on and what have you. And eventually I see what I really want to do. And that's exactly what you can do with these. Like, you can take your bits off, you can pop them on, you can take them off if they don't suit. And hey, presto. Even with this card, like, I used these two, which were from the pack, but the rest of it was die cut. And there's nothing to stop you using your own die cuts on these either. And you can mix and match. So there we go. 2 cards. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll just pop this up to now that I've stopped choking. There we go. So 2 cards, just over an hour. I was quite happy with that, quite happy with the outcome. And thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. I'm hoping to do another live tomorrow. I'm not sure what time I will get on though, but I would like to do another live tomorrow if I can. If you want to follow me, you could pop over to my Facebook page, which is Colour Me Crazy Cards. And like the page, you'll see everything that's coming up. If you'd like to join my email list, please send me a message and I will pop you on my email list. In that case, you will know everything that I'm doing because it will go out as it comes up. I will email it out to everybody who's on the email list. Alrighty, well, thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you all again tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye.